and delve into what kind of people. She does pretty much everything from at IKON, so many different things. So we'll get into all of this stuff. So let me see if we can get Shehani to join. Hi Sashini, hi Jeremy, hi everyone. Hi Shehani, how have you been?
Enough? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly fine.
Okay, great.
Okay, brilliant. So let's get right down to it. First of all, thank you for joining me. Right. Right. So brilliant. So okay, Sashini says she loves your hair.
Thanks, Shehani. Make sure that
Jeremy-
it's good enough for today's session.
Jeremy claims that you're wearing a lot of makeup.
See, Jeremy, this is my natural beauty. I think you need to get a pair of specs. You fail to recognize my real beauty. I'm sad.
Absolutely. Wow. Okay. Anyway, so now since today is like the first day, I think the Gampaha and Colombo people managed to step out of their houses after 2 months. I believe you're also in the Colombo district. So, so how has quarantine been for you? How have you managed to get through 2 months of lockdown?
The first few weeks were actually really good. I kind of enjoyed it too. But after about 3 to 4 weeks, I kind of got fed up of it. That now it's high time that I step out, but of course I didn't want to go out today. Just wanted to give it a few days and then see what the situation is like before I step out of the house properly. But
Okay.
the first few weeks were actually good. I mean, like it was kind of a break. I guess it was the same for everyone. But now the answer I'm going to give is the same answer that most girls will give. I enjoyed actually cooking a lot at home because my father was someone who used to complain a lot about me not cooking. I mean, I used to, but not on a daily basis, and I never did these things. But I made sure to make use of these 2 months and show him what I'm capable of. So I made sure I made a lot of things and I took pictures. And every time he complains, now I just show him the pictures and I'm like, now you can't complain. So it was
Right. Shehani, just to kind of interrupt you there, I think people are saying it's difficult to see your face. If you can kind of, right, perfect. It was actually Jeremy, so I think Jeremy, I hope that settles it. So
my face properly to see if I have makeup on or not.
right. Okay, so cooking, that's an interesting topic to get into. Did you make anything? How would I say? Anything interesting? Did you do any of these
I did.
cooking challenges? Yeah.
Not challenges. I didn't do it as a challenge. I just did it for the fun of it. The most interesting one was actually I got the recipe from a friend. I made spaghetti from scratch. Like,
Right.
But that's going to be the first and last time that I'll ever make spaghetti from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was really hard to roll the entire thing, to cut the thing into small strips and get everything sorted. But I'll never ever do it again from scratch. So when I made
Right.
it, I told my family members, I was like, yeah, if you're going to eat this, you better eat this now because you're never going to get this ever again. The rest of my life, I'm not going to make this.
Right.
It's a lot of hard work. So yeah,
Right.
it was really interesting.
So okay, that's an interesting thing. So were the dishes a success? Was it all like how were the?
See, it's not nice for me to say that. Actually, you should be asking from the people who eat it.
Right.
From the responses, I kind of figured that it was a success.
Brilliant. So cook with Shehani. enjoying food, so you might be having like a great meal, but then you're constantly, how do you get around it? Do you have like small bites?
Careful about what I eat. So it's not that I don't stay away from eating the food I like,
Right.
but I do. But I'm way
Right.
extra careful. I mean, people who know me would know.
Right. Now that you're on the, I would say, topic of food,
Let's stick to food. Yeah, we'll talk about food.
on the concept of food, someone told me that you like to eat the corners of.
Like I like fried things, right? So I really enjoy that. Exactly, Jeremy agrees with me. Yeah, I'm talking about like
Yeah.
eat a samosa. Yeah. I mean, if no
Oh.
one has paid attention to it, next time when you eat a samosa, please pay attention to the three corners.
Right.
It's
So awesome. So something else that came up was that you are a very social person. This is not a bad thing. It's actually a compliment, I guess. But you're a very social person. It's very difficult. Like when you're in a place, you always tend to talk to a lot of people, and it's difficult to get you from there. And they said
it's
that
a good thing. Like
it's a good thing.
I am quite a friendly person. I think.
Yeah.
So I like to talk to people. Like even in uni, my friends call me the one
Private bus.
Yeah, like I'm like the 154 bus. I like a koto ne anne wagi. Because I like, whenever I meet someone, I will stop, I will chat. Sometimes when I keep chatting, I forget that, I have other things to do. I keep chatting and yeah, that happens.
So
Yeah.
it's not a bad thing. I never. These are just stories I've heard, which I'm asking you whether.
It can be a bit annoying for people who are with me when we're supposed to work on something else and I stop that halfway through and keep chatting. Yeah, my friends will know. Sorry.
So there are a couple of questions, and also guys, you can ask any questions that you have for Shehani, because at the end of the day, I'm the person who selects the questions. So you can just send in your questions, and I'll pick up some of the good ones and I'll ask her. So Dulinda wants you to tell her or ask you how much you love him. Your facial reaction kind of gives an idea, but do you want to get into it?
God, if I don't say this, so he has been a really good friend of mine since 2015. So I
Right.
like all my
Where did you guys meet? You know them from Wisdom, right? Okay.
Me, Dulinda, Usman, Michelle, Chamaka, Akila. Usman and Akila, I met them a bit later, but Dulinda, Michelle, Chamaka and I, we were all in the same class. So that's how we met in 2015.
Right, so almost 5 years ago.
Almost 5 years ago, yes.
Right.
We've been friends since then, yeah.
Let's see if they've asked anything else. No, I don't think. Wait, Jeremy, what? No. Some of these are very controversial.
Ask any question. See, it's okay. I stopped you before also, but you can ask anything. Yeah, I'm like an open book. So yeah.
Right. No. So I don't want to put you in any uncomfortable position. So if there's anything that is uncomfortable, you can stop me. But I would rather you not. But because it's very good content. But the decision is up to you. If you feel uncomfortable, I'm not going to ask you about it. Wait. People keep asking why you have been single for so long. I don't want to get into this because it's your personal life. But this is something that came. This is something, just to add to it, this is something that came up with Jeremy as well. People were all like constantly asking him, why are you single? But then again, what I said then as well was like being single is a choice. So like it's up to that person to decide.
Exactly. Maybe I never came across someone who's worth dating or something.
Wow. So right. And so if there are any potential candidates on this Instagram live for some reason, you can always reach out to Shehani. She will definitely consider. I think this is purely, what is your favorite blouse?
See, that's not a question you should be asking me. That's a question you should be asking me and our group of friends from uni. Yeah, I don't think I should talk about it here.
Okay.
Blouse blouses of mine which they love. They love it. They whenever they are that they have wonderful comments to give about it. So,
Right.
they
I think
really
you
admire
have
my sense of fashion, I guess.
you have come. I can see that you have come under a lot of fire for your fashion sense. I mean, if you feel happy about it, that's it.
Once, okay, just once. This was just one time. I mean, it was alright way back then when I wore that particular blouse, like in 2013 or something. But 5 years later, it took a bit years, but I still wore it to uni. Like, I mean, when you wear to uni, you don't really care about what exactly you wear. You wear something comfortable and you go. So, yeah. After they made that particular comment about that particular blouse, I never wore it ever again. I never saw it ever again.
Wow.
I don't know where it is even now. Yeah.
You came under peer pressure.
Yeah, I did.
Wait,
And this
Dulinda.
I put it away,
Yeah.
but still they keep talking about it.
Yes. Wait, Dulinda has a question. Shehani, how many boys have you turned down? I think that again it's a personal thing, but then was there any particular reason? Like, I mean, you said that you haven't found.
Yeah, so those things never worked out for some reason. So yeah, so I had to turn them down. Not for any bad reason, but I mean for some particular reason it didn't work out. You know,
Do you regret any of those, or are you happy with the choices you made?
Not really. I'm especially those decisions. When it comes to those, I think carefully and I give my answers. So I haven't regretted so far.
Awesome. Dilshan is so nice. Thank you. I don't know this person. Wait, shit, that is Rashmi. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Rashmi. I didn't see it. Wait. Dilshan found love on a live video.
Username is very different.
Yeah, Rashmi, why can't you put something very... Anyway, Jeremy, Dilshan found love on a live video. Where did that come from? I always come under attack when people can't...
I mean, this is IKON.
Yeah.
You're talking about people like Dulinda, Jeremy and them. So, that's
Yeah.
natural. It's part and parcel of IKON. It's okay.
Right, so I have a couple of other stories that I want to get into, again mentioned to me by a certain individual. They said to particularly, okay, so this is how I will set this up, right? So they said that you are, apart from working with Rotaract, you wear a lot of hats, right? You are a good student, all of that. So something else that you have taken interest is in athletics, right? Sports. So they said this one particular competition, the Rotaract Champions League, you ran the 400 meters, and
I finished it, okay? That's what's important. I finished it.
when I agree with that, but the story goes that when they said on your mark, set, go, you raised your head and asked the judge, then the Duhandoni. Is there any truth?
I never asked them to do Duhandoni. I was not in a mood to ask that, okay? Because I had to run with like athletes, and I just ran to get that. You know, I ran for my club. Okay, I can't run. I just can't. But I was a bit confused about how it began. I wasn't sure of I think that it was a Bristol or the dance run. I'm not sure. I was a bit confused, right? So I was right in front also. They keep like no spaces and all of the distance different. I was right in front, and there was no one before me also for me to watch them. I was right in front, so I got a bit confused when that happened, right?
Right.
So I never asked Mama Duhandoni the Jilan Guru. So when that happened, so you have to take your start now, and then I did that, and I looked up and I went down again, and then the particular judge or the person who was handling was like Duhanda, and then I just just ran like that.
But you finished. How was it? But you got points for it, right? There was some points for
participation points. I always told our members, I was like, see, you don't have to go and pee. You just go and participate. That's what's important, and experience it at least. And
participation is the most important. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, it was. I don't regret that. Also, it was a bit embarrassing at the end because I was last, but I completed it somehow.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh my god. Halfway through, I just wanted to kind of stop. I was like, oh my god, there is like so much.
But 400 is pretty difficult because you need to have one lap. Have you done athletics? Is 400 meters something?
I am not a sporty person. I am not like a sporty person. I suck at sports. I can't. So I just ran to these participation points for the club. And then I ran halfway through. I found it difficult to complete, but I thought, no. If I stop, it's going to be pretty embarrassing. I need to complete this. And at the end, everyone was cheering for me. They were like, come on, Leo, finish it.
Uh, 400 is difficult for someone who has not run.
Yeah,
So
okay, Usman, I'm not
it
like
might seem easy, but you can't just.
Exactly, and Usman is pretty fast. So Usman, you cannot compare yourself with me. Okay, I'm like a potato. That's
Right.
Watch people running. I can't run. Okay, Usman is comparing himself with me. Which is
Right. I didn't know that Usman was an athlete, so something else that.
He's a rugby
Ah,
and it's pretty
So
fast.
that is even more surprising, but okay.
What, really? You didn't know?
No, I didn't know he played rugby. I knew that he was interested in rugby. I thought he was more like a runner.
Oh my god.
I didn't know. But good for you, Usman. Brilliant. Good for you. So the other question that I have is, again, this is like a very touch and go question. You can decide whether to not to answer. But I would like if you would. So I was told that until recently you had to shop at the kids section for some reason. I want to know if there's any truth to it, or do you want to clear the air around it?
Huh?
You used to shop at the kids section because you were a tiny person.
When I was a kid.
Not when you were a kid, up until recently. Okay, so seems like she's ignoring or kind of circumventing the question, so I won't
Let's say
ask too much about it.
Let's say about 3 years ago, yeah.
Okay, so if that is the case, then you need to really consider. Now, this was all of this information is given to me by one person, right? So if you
only one person, like in IKON, one person would know about this, and I will get back to
So-
the person after I will.
so some of these have been blown out of proportion. I think like it's a very small incident that have been, they have like expanded it way too much.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of others who might have to sometimes go to that section to check things out. So yeah.
Okay, so we have learned. I mean, in terms of controversial questions, that's where it ends, I guess. So I think we are almost towards the very end of our whole thing, our conversation. Because I think I put you to a lot of. I put you on the spot, so I don't want to kind of torment you any further.
Yeah, I never expected some of these questions actually, because people have shared a lot of stories with me.
Yeah,
I just few incidents would be brought up and we'll ask about those, but not a lot of things. Yeah.
Dulinda has more. Dulinda, I can give you an opportunity to ask a couple more questions.
Linda, you're late.
Yeah, if you guys have anything else to ask, then ask away if there's a lot. Are there any questions?
Asked, everything you could ask.
I think I believe so, but then they seem to think there's more.
Yeah, I
Is
can't
there more?
think of the things that you could ask. But
Dulinda, this is your opportunity. Usman, anything you want to ask? Or you want me to ask?
so we'll see about that over. Pumi has, yeah, Pumi. Yeah, I might have to have a separate chat with Pumi after this.
Dulinda, Jeremy, Shehani කොහොමද සුදු උනේ?
Thanks, I'm glad you noticed, Jeremy.
Jeremy, can I say something? Now, Jeremy accused me of falling in love on a live video, but he apparently seems to be the person who is noticing all these very minor details about you. So I think I would leave that to our
attention. Such a nice
very yeah. So Jeremy, if you have any proclamations to kind of say, I think we should go ahead with it. Anyway, is there any truth to this of you being Suduvela?
Maybe because I've been at home for the past 2 months.
Okay, brilliant.
So, I'm glad that Jeremy noticed it. Thanks, Jeremy.
Yeah, so special thank you goes out to Jeremy. Usman, what happened on the 1st of April 2020?
1st of April 2020, I've lost 3 years. I was enjoying a nice cup of coffee, okay, and then Usman decided to call me at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of told me that he was almost tested positive for corona.
Okay.
And then, I actually believed because he was self-quarantining himself for the past 2 weeks. And then I actually thought it was true, and I was like, okay, bro, okay, I mean, it's okay, I'm not going to die and all. Like, I'm sure you have a good immune system, so don't worry, you're not going to die. So, make sure you take the proper medicine, you go to hospital, and everything will be alright. And actually take it seriously, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then I couldn't even enjoy my cup of coffee. I tried one of these things also at 3 o'clock in the morning. And then he decided to prank me, and then that's what happened.
That's what happened.
He can be so random. And yeah, some of those moments like that. Like recent years, he kept calling me at a very important occasion when I needed to use my phone. He kept calling me and he disturbed me and didn't allow me to complete
your work. Wow.
That's Usman. And he can
Usman
be very I need to be nice to him as well because I have to work with him.
So any thoughts about Usman since you guys work very close together? How has working with him been?
Actually, apart from the fact that he can be very annoying sometimes like that, he's a really supportive friend and very supportive. Anytime you can always call him and ask for help, and he'll always be there. So he's a really nice friend.
Jeremy is insinuating things. Jeremy, let's not read too much into it. I think there's nothing. Yeah, I think you're blowing it out of proportions.
Take a chill.
Take a chill pill. All right. So we are almost at the very end of our conversation. So any how would I say, any particular things that you have now that the curfew has been lifted, people are only now starting to go out. Anything that you are looking forward to do once things get back to some level of normality?
First of all, I hope everyone will be very careful and think twice before they do things and when they go out. And I hope everybody will not forget to take those safety measures into consideration, because after some time people tend to forget a lot of things. Because this is still the first day, you don't know what this has in store for us in like 2-3 weeks, so it's up to us to be careful. So apart from that, I'm also waiting to step outside of the house like properly and meet people after 2 months, right? Yeah.
After 2 months.
Meet people and have proper chats.
Are you looking forward to uni reopening?
But I don't think it will be opening
anytime soon.
But I am, because it's the last few months of uni also. We are almost done with uni before we start, different people start their internships and all. So we wanted to enjoy the last few months together with friends, because after everyone gets busy with their own things, it's really hard to get back to each other, have proper chats and meet and all of that. So looking forward to going back.
All right, so I guess that brings us to the very end of our conversation. Shehani, thank you so much for joining me. It was a very insightful and I would say it was one of the better conversations that I've had, because there was so much inside stories that came about. And thank you so much for your time. And I hope people got. Thank you. So I hope that people got some insight as to what kind of a person Shehani is. So I hope to see you again soon.
I'm sure you also would have learned, because
I had no idea. I didn't know Usman played rugby, so I found that out also through this. So Shehani, you're not audible.
Hello? Hi, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Right. So again, thank you everyone for joining in. Thank you, Shehani. I hope to see you again. See all of the people who joined here again soon. So stay safe, social distance, and yeah.
You too. And please do join in the rest of the interviews. There'll be a pretty interesting one coming up. Get to know our employees a little bit more. That'll be pretty interesting. And yeah, thank you, Dilshan, and thank you, IKON.
Bye, guys.